Are you looking for a detailed, organized, deck-by-deck ship tour of the Celebrity Eclipse? Then I have just the video for you, so please stay tuned. I am currently in our ocean view cabin here on Deck 3, portside forward. I will be taking you down to Deck 2 midship to start the tour in a moment, but first, a few statistics and particulars of the Celebrity Eclipse. She was built in 2010. She has 1,279 cabins, and she holds about 2,850 guests and 1,286 crew members. She has only 2 stairwells. The forward stairwell has 4 elevator cars. The signage above each car tells you which elevator you will need to enter to get to the deck you prefer. The midship stairwell has 4 elevators facing the port side and 4 elevators facing the starboard side of the ship. These atrium elevators span all the way from Deck 2 up to Deck 15 and give great views of each floor as it passes. Although I don't take elevators while cruising, I like to ride these elevators at least once during the cruise for the view and the experience. It's now time to head down to Deck 2 and get this tour started. For this tour, we are going to be accessing each deck from the midship stairwell. Descending the steps here, we arrive on Deck 2. Deck 2 is used very little by guests. It is the location of gangways used to access ports of call. Gangways are located both portside and starboard side. It is also the location of the medical center located at the portside elevators. Returning to Deck 3, we enter the location of the grand foyer. And we get our first glimpse up the impressive elevator shaft where we can see all the way up to Deck 15. And of course, this impressive tree and every deck in between. The grand foyer here is the hub of the ship. We will see what flanks this area in a little while. This staircase will take you up to Deck 4, and another case on Deck 4 leads up to Deck 5. With its multi-level overlooks, the grand foyer is an ideal spot for events like the Captain's Welcome Board Toast. Parties and events are hosted here by the cruise director and event staff. Dance classes, live music, dancing, and other activities are held here in this area as well. This area is also fun to sit and watch people and the elevators ascend and descend. Back at the stairs and heading starboard, we approach the location of a ladies' restroom and Lumine, the exclusive dining room for retreat suite guests. This restaurant is an exclusive dining experience for suite class guests and highlights sophisticated and innovative culinary creations at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Exiting Lumine and heading forward, we come to the starboard side elevators to the left and the excursions desk to the right. Forward of excursions desk and flanking the starboard side of the grand foyer is the passport bar. This bar services the grand foyer area and can be very busy in the evenings. Forward of the passport bar is a hallway with passenger cabins. Crossing over the grand foyer, there is also a hallway of passenger cabins on the port side as well. Since our cabin is located on this port side hallway here, I can say this is a very busy hallway. It appears to be the main thoroughfare for staff accessing their cabins on lower decks. Also, we noticed that internet reception was very poor in our cabin. But I reported it to guest services one morning, and when we came back to our cabin later that day, we found that they had installed an extender, and we had excellent service the rest of the cruise. It always pays to mention things like this to customer service. Thank you, Celebrity, for taking good care of us. After the portside cabin hallway and to the right of the grand foyer is guest services. Continuing aft, passing the portside elevators and the men's restroom to the right, we arrive at Moonlight Sonata, the main dining room on Celebrity Eclipse. This beautiful dining room, and this lower level in particular, is for guests with scheduled dining times. This level is also used for breakfast daily. As I show some samples of food served in this dining room, I'll share a quick review of the food and service. The food was on par for Celebrity. It was very good and we had no complaints. The staff were super friendly, professional, and accommodating. However, our waiters were slow and inconsistent. We also noticed varied levels of service to guests in our immediate vicinity. After the first couple nights, there were a lot of vacant tables during our seating time, which is very unusual for an early seating time. Exiting the Moonlight Sonata, we are back at the stairs and make our way up to Deck 4. Deck 4 is a deck of public spaces. From here we get a quick glimpse of the atrium. Each deck has a slightly different view, which we will see as we ascend. Love this feature on the Solstice Class ships. Heading starboard, we pass another women's restroom and arrive at the upper entrance to the Moonlight Sonata. This starboard entrance is for concierge class guests. Exiting Moonlight Sonata and heading forward on the starboard side, to the right of the elevators is the wine bar Cellar Masters. With its rich wood interior, it's a cozy place to lounge. For our cruise, it was often very quiet here, so we spent quite a bit of time in here lounging. Exiting Cellar Masters, we get views of the grand foyer overlook. There's great seating options here for people watching and to be a spectator to the activities going on below. Heading forward, we pass the walkway and stairs that will take you to the port side and to stairs that will access decks 3 or 5. We now arrive at the casino. I'm not a gambler, so I spent no time here, but here is the view from the entrance. One thing I will say, this is a no-smoking casino. Forward of the casino is the entertainment court. This area is where various games, including trivia, were hosted. Over there on the port side is the location of the Future Cruise office, where you can book your next cruise. Next to Future Cruises is Quasar. For our cruise, Quasar was used for karaoke, and it is the location of the nightclub. We are not night owls, so we did not spend any time in here. Forward of the entertainment court and flanking the stairway that leads up to Deck 5 are hallways leading to the forward stairwell and the theater. We will be heading there after we check out this venue, Celebrity Central. For our cruise, this small theater hosted comedian shows, the shopping demonstration, bingo, and movies. Forward of the entertainment court and passing the forward stairwell, we enter the lower level of the Eclipse Theater. From the front here, we get a great view of this theater. This theater is well designed with great sight lines to the stage. Besides the evening shows, they hosted enrichment speakers, the captain's talk, and other events. On the final day, this is where they hosted their goodbye show. As for a review of the shows on board the Eclipse, we attended every one of them and thought they were very good. Of course, any ship entertainment that includes acrobatics is good in my opinion. Exiting the theater from the port side, passing the forward stairwell, we arrive back at the entertainment court. Just aft of the entertainment court, on the right side of this port side corridor, are the duty-free shops, ones you would expect to see on a cruise ship. On the left side of the hallway is the entrance to the casino. In this area, you will also find the sports bar. Great artwork on this ship. Looking up, you will notice this hallway is open to deck 5 above. Continuing aft, we find ourselves back in the grand foyer. The staircase up to deck 5, stairs down to deck 3. Here there is some more seating for the overlook down to deck 3. And to the right are 2 bars, Crush and the ever-popular Martini Bar. In the evenings, this place comes alive and the bartenders are more than mixologists, they are performers. Continuing aft, we come to the portside entry of the Moonlight Sonata dining room. This entrance is for guests with flexible dining times. And with that, deck 4 is complete, and we make our way up to deck 5. Deck 5 is a deck of public spaces. Getting close to that tree. Love that view. Deck 5 has an outdoor space. Let's check it out before we head aft. This is the starboard walkway. Here you can stroll or lounge and enjoy great views of the ocean or ports of call. Although there is a deck like this on the port side as well, they do not connect as this walkway does not encircle the entire ship. Back inside, we now head aft on the starboard side and come to the ensemble lounge. This elegant lounge is quiet during the day, but comes alive in the evening with live music. In this area is Michael's Club. This exclusive lounge is for guests staying in suite cabins. By the way, it is dark in here because I shot this video clip very early in the morning before it opened to guests. It was the only time I could get in here. Next door to Michael's Club is Murano. We had the opportunity to eat here one evening. If you ever have the opportunity to dine here, do it. You will not be disappointed. Hands down, the best dining experience I've ever had. Wish I could have afforded to eat here every night. Continuing aft, we pass this unique artwork. It looks like tapestry, but it is a solid sculpture. In this area are 3 dining venues. First, there is La Petite Chef at Cuisine. This restaurant offers a Michelin star chef menu paired with an animated show to create a unique dining experience. We have never experienced this dining venue, but on our next cruise, the Celebrity Summit, we are scheduled to dine here. I will let you know in the tour of the Celebrity Summit what my opinion of this venue is. I've heard mixed reviews. At the aft of the ship is Tuscan Grill. This is an Italian steakhouse. I have never tried this venue, but who would not love those wake views while they dine? Finally, we come to Blue. This is the private dining venue for passengers staying in Aqua Class cabins and other suites, and it offers spa-style cuisine. Another beautiful dining room with stunning views. That is it for Deck 5 aft. Let's return to the midship stairwell. Starboard of the midship stairwell is the very popular and rarely empty location of the Gelateria and Cafe Al Baccio. The gelato here has an extra charge. At the time of our sailing, returning Captain's Club members get a free scoop of gelato on their cruise. Here at Cafe Al Baccio, the ocean views are complimentary, but the coffees and teas here are not. Also complimentary are the pastries, cookies, and light bites in this case. Check back throughout the day as items are rotated. Heading forward to the Grand Foyer area, we enter an area with the upscale shops, the Park West Art Gallery, and the world-class bar. We will get a better look at the bar and the art gallery on the way back through this area. The upscale shops are on the right and take up space all the way forward to the theater. Just before we get to the forward stairwell, we come to the overlook and stairs to the entertainment court down on deck 4, and the photo gallery where you can purchase photos taken of you throughout the cruise. Continuing forward, we come to the balcony level of the Eclipse Theater. We saw this theater well on deck 4, but here is a quick view from up here in the balcony. Exiting the theater on the port side, we come to an exit out to the portside walkway. We saw the starboard outdoor walkway from the midship stairwell. Here on the port side, as we pan forward, you can see this is as far forward as you can go. It is the same on the starboard side. I showed you this area because this is the smoking section of the deck. We are going to go inside at these doors and continue aft to finish our tour of deck 5. On our way back towards the midship, we are now going to speed things up a bit as we have already seen this area. This is a closer look at the Park West Art Gallery. They sell this art and hold art auctions throughout the cruise. A look at the overlook and the shops down on deck 4. A view of the world-class bar, the high-end bar on this ship. And now we arrive back at the port side of the Grand Foyer area in location of Sushi on 5. This is the a la carte Asian restaurant. And now we arrive back at the midship stairwell. Decks 6 to 10 are passenger cabin decks, but on each level there is a public area located at the midship stairwell. Let's check those areas out. Forward of the elevator is Eye Lounge. At the Eye Lounge, you'll find MacBook Pro laptops and desktops, and you can take a class, check your email, and surf the web here. You will need a Wi-Fi package to access the internet. Up here on deck 7, love this view, and it is so much fun to see it at every level. On the other side of the elevators on this deck and up on deck 8 is the space known as Team Earth. Team Earth is where guests can raise their own eco-awareness while also learning how celebrity ships operate and how their advanced systems help conserve the environment. There is seating up on deck 8 that overlooks this area. From deck 8, we get a quick look down. Since deck 8 is part of deck 7's Team Earth, we will now head up to deck 9. Another great view of the Grand Foyer below and the skylight above. Behind the elevators here is the card room. Forward of these elevators is the library. The library is bright and open. This 2-level high bookcase is the focal point of this area. Whether you want a bright, sunny place to people watch or watch the glass elevators ascend and descend, or you want a cozy chair to relax and read in, this library is a great place to do all that, either up on deck 11 or down here on deck 10. Deck 11 is a passenger cabin deck, but in addition to the upper level of the library at the midship stairwell, it has another space I want to show you. First, a look down. We are getting pretty high up here. To get to the space I want to show you, we need to head towards the starboard side. A quick look at the library below. And now we head out these sliding doors towards the front of the ship via the starboard hallway. Let's speed this up for time's sake. At cabin 1522, take the hallway on the left. At the end of this short hallway is a circular staircase. This staircase leads up to deck 12. Deck 12 forward is the location of the spa, which makes sense because back down these stairs and forward down this hallway, and on both sides of the hallway, are spa treatment rooms. Now, spa treatment rooms is not why I'm showing you this area. I'm here to show you a lounge that is not very busy and is one of the best kept secrets on this ship. This tranquil relaxation lounge is a great place to relax in, and it has spectacular forward-facing views. In case you are wondering, I asked spa staff if this area was for only Aqua Class guests and guests with spa treatment appointments, and they confirmed it was open for all guests to use. As we leave, I would like to point out that if you are in this area and need a restroom, it is located right here. Now it's time to head back to the midship stairwell and continue our tour on deck 12. Deck 12 has passenger cabins in the aft, pool areas in the middle, and the spa and fitness center in the forward section. It's a long way down. Heading starboard, we pass a hallway leading aft to passenger cabins and the exit out to the pool deck. Here on the starboard side of the pools, and it's the same on the port side as well, there are loungers oriented for ocean views. A cart like this one can be found around the pools. You can help yourself to beach towels, no need to check them out with your key card. Sometimes there are even towels on the loungers when you get there. We are going to head to the middle of the pool deck and get a better look at this area. There is also a ping pong table. There are many loungers surrounding the two pools and 4 hot tubs in this area. And of course, if you can't find a lounger down here on this deck, there are always loungers to choose from up on deck 14 above. To access deck 14 from here, there are staircases in all 4 corners of this pool deck. Immediately in front of the midship stairwell area, before we get to the pools, is a stage. They held many activities here, such as live and DJ music, organized games and activities, parties, and more. Forward of the pools is the pool bar that services this area. Continuing forward on the starboard side, we enter a climate-controlled pool area. This is the solarium. The solarium is the adult-only area of this ship. Padded loungers flank the pool, as do hot tubs. One here on the starboard side, and there's one over on the port side as well. Another view of the solarium pool area. Leaving the solarium, we enter the forward stairwell area and location of the spa and salon and the fitness center. To the right is the salon retail shop. Forward of the shop is the salon and barber, where you can get your hair and nails done. And here's some footage of this area I took on embarkation day. In case you are wondering, you can have ocean views while you are getting your nails and hair done. Continuing forward, we come to the spa reception area. Behind the reception desk, this is a circular stairway that leads down to deck 11 we saw earlier. To the right is the men's locker room and sauna. To the left is the women's locker room and sauna. The saunas in these areas are open to all guests. Not open to all guests is this area, the Persian Garden. This is the thermal relaxation suite and is available to guests cruising in Aqua Class staterooms and guests who purchase daily or weekly packages. Exiting the spa reception area, we continue forward and come to the fitness center. Plenty of exercise equipment and great ocean views. Forward of the fitness center is a spa veranda. How about coming out here for a cool down after a workout? Back inside on the port side of the fitness center is the aerobic spin class area. Exiting the fitness center, we have one more area here on deck 12 to check out. Crossing over the forward stairwell, we exit back out into the solarium. To the right here is a beverage station at the Spa Cafe. This cafe is included in your cruise fare and is open for breakfast and lunch. It is a great option if you want something quick and a little lighter or healthier. There are also fresh made smoothies and juices available for an additional charge. Now it's time to head back to the midship stairwell and head up to deck 14. Deck 14 spans the entire ship, but deck 15 and 16 do not. We will check out deck 15 and 16 forward while at the front of deck 14 forward. Heading starboard towards the aft is the location of the Ocean View Cafe, the Celebrity Buffet. Immediately inside here is where you can get hard or soft serve ice cream. This is a very popular spot and conveniently located right inside the buffet. There is a drink station here to the left, and there's one over on the port side just like it. There's also beverage stations towards the aft of the buffet. This main area is open to both starboard and port side. Celebrity has one of the best buffets at sea in my opinion, and the Eclipse is no exception. The setup and flow, the different themed meals, the variety and quality of food makes this an outstanding buffet. I am not a big buffet person, but I never dread having to eat here. Whether it is the fresh homemade pizza, the made-to-order pasta, afternoon tea time treats, the salad bar, varied ethnic choices, hummus and pita bar, the dessert bar, or, wow, get a load of this, a creme brulee bar on French cuisine night. This buffet is great. After the buffet is the Ocean View Bar and Terrace. A great place to enjoy your buffet meal and aft views. There are stairs here in the center that lead up to deck 14. Heading back inside on the port side, we will make our way back to the midship stairwell. At the portside entrance to the buffet is a bar that services this area. Crossing back to the starboard side at the midship stairwell, we head forward and enter a sun deck and the location of the jogging track and the overlook to the pool down on deck 12. Here is a look at the pool deck below. Continuing forward on the starboard side, along this jogging track, we come to the mass bar. This is the location of the smoking section on this deck. Passing the overlook to the solarium, we arrive at the forward stairwell. Jogging track continues on around to the port side here. Entry into the forward stairwell is there, but we are going to jump up to deck 15 forward here. As we temporarily leave deck 14, I think it's appropriate to explain that deck 15 is not only split up with a section in the front and a section in the aft, deck 15 is also split up with an outdoor area, which we are seeing now, but behind these windows is an interior area of deck 15, and we will go see that in a moment. All the way forward at the front here is the basketball court. Odd, I know, but Reflection had one of these on the front as well. Around here on the port side, instead of going down to deck 14, we are going to buzz up to the highest deck on this ship, deck 16. The Solstice deck. One thing to keep in mind, like the outdoor part of the deck we were just on, deck 16 is not accessible with an elevator. Plenty of loungers and an overlook to the basketball court. Heading back down the starboard side, we arrive on deck 15. And now deck 14. And we are going to now head inside. Starboard of the forward stairwell is the location of the very beautiful Sky Observation Lounge. Take note of those two chairs in this little private alcove. If they are empty, grab them and sit a while. It is like your own private little lounge with an awesome view. Besides being a great place to get forward-facing views, this lounge is used for small late-night performances by the entertainment staff, live music and dancing, events, and activities. This is also the location of the Captain's Club reception early in the cruise, where you get treated to hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and you get to meet the captain and other officers. I have been really impressed with how often we have gotten to see the ship captain and officers on this cruise. Beautiful place. Exiting the Sky Observation Lounge, at the forward stairwell, we are going to head up to deck 15 again and check out the children's areas. I was able to catch some footage of the children's areas on embarkation day. Portside is the location of X Club. It is the hangout area for ages 13 to 17. It was not open for touring, and staff said it would not be open during our cruise. Camp at Sea is located starboard side. Entering Camp at Sea, there is an area for shipmates, cruisers aged 3 to 5. And areas for cadets, cruisers ages 6 to 9, and captains, cruisers ages 10 to 12. What fun-looking areas for the young cruisers. Okay, back here on deck 14 portside is the location of the conference center. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I could concentrate listening to a conference speaker in this room. That ocean out there would steal all my attention. Exiting this stairwell on the port side, we head back towards the midship stairwell. Like the starboard side, we pass the enclosed overlook down to the solarium, and just before we reach the Lido Pool overlook, we arrive at Mast Grill. This is the hamburger, hot dog, and fry restaurant. It is open for lunch and is included with the cruise fare. Before entering the midship stairwell, there are stairs up to deck 15 and down to 12. Deck 14 is complete, and we make our way up to deck 15 aft. One final look down to the grand foyer. Exiting the starboard doors, we arrive at the Lawn Club. Yes, that is grass you see. Grass on a ship in the middle of the ocean. There are stairs here down to deck 14. From here, a great view of the Celebrity's funnel. Eclipse's Real Glass Lawn Club is beautiful this morning as the sun is rising, but it is unique and beautiful any time of day, really. During an event up here during our cruise director said there is a designated lawn care person in charge of taking care of this green space, and he is very particular and protective of this area. This lawn club area is good for games like bocce ball, for lunchtime picnics, and on some evenings, live music and events. Under the funnel and just after the midship stairwell is hot glass class, where you can learn glass blowing. You'll work with a skilled instructor to create your very own piece of art. There is an additional charge for this activity. After the lawn club is another patch of grass for lawn games, and I've also seen it used as a putting green. At the back of the ship here is the sunset bar. With great aft views and stairway access down to the buffet on deck 14 below, this is a great area to hang out in. Port side is much like the starboard side, but it is a smoking section. Heading forward on the port side, we get another great view of the lawn club with the sun's rays from the beautiful sunrise kissing this area with beautiful warm light. Like starboard, there are lounging options here on the port side at the entry to the midship stairwell. Just inside is the professional portrait studio where you can book a photo shoot. The lawn club was our last stop on this tour, so it is now time to call up an elevator and see if we can get a straight shot from deck 15 down to deck 3 in these glass elevators as we return to our cabin. Success! We made it all the way from deck 15 down to 3 without stopping. If you've ever been on a cruise ship and have tried to take an elevator, you know how difficult it is to get from one floor to another floor without stopping in between. I hope this tour of the Celebrity Eclipse has been helpful to you in some way as you make plans for your cruise aboard this beautiful ship. Please feel free to leave a comment or question below. I do read them, and I'll try to answer any questions you might have. Until next time, God bless and safe cruising out there.